Oops, sorry about that. Good morning and welcome to the PupCup. Our first inaugural episode of the PupCup has gone live. Aloha, Airlay. Sir, for some reason my DLive chat is coming in, but it's not going back out to DLive. I apologize. I don't know why that is.
Good morning.
But yeah, so you have to chat through Twitch. I'm not sure why I can read your DLive, but I cannot seem to send it unless you saw it. Well, I don't know. It's telling me that you couldn't see it. So, good morning, and everybody, and welcome to the PupCup.
I am switch to Twitch Mobile. My Chromebook has 5 SEC lag.
Ah, gotcha. All right, you do that. So, good morning for the 80th time, and welcome to the PupCup. So, what is the PupCup? Very simple. The PupCup.
OTS 55 is now following the Pup.
Hey, thank you, OTS
Thanks for
55.
The follow, OTS 55.
Welcome to the
Thank you
PupCup.
for the follow, OTS 55. We are happy to have you here.
The PupCup is simply going to be me drinking coffee, me being the pup, Spiky Pup, of course. Drinking a full, huge mug of coffee until it's over. So that usually takes about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes longer, depends on how engaged we get. We've got a variety of topics to cover today. And it's really just going to be a free open format for the day until I start getting some specific guests on that I have arranged and all that other stuff.
OTS 55 is me on Mixer.
Thanks, Obscure. Hey, Margarita, nice to see you. And so today I thought we'd just kind of talk about a few things that have been going on in the last week or so in technology and gaming. And all that jazzola. I have not updated it. I don't know if it's got an update yet, so we'll have to check that out.
Sounds good.
Wowie. Wowie. Hey, Necro. Wowie. Nice to see you. Oops, that's not right. Okay, there we go.
Food chat.
Epic food chat, yes. We will also have epic food chat. So, anyway, good morning. And I guess I'll just jump right in. The first things I wanted to talk about...
Maybe you would have the update faster than me because you have Windows 10 and I don't.
Probably. Although, don't they roll it out to Windows at the same time? Like Windows is just Windows? I'm not exactly sure. Where are my notes? Well, this is good. I can't find my notes. All right. So... couple things to talk about today. I wanted to talk about WoW Classic and the rising of that. Kind of talk about Modern Warfare coming out and how bunk it is that only pre-order people get to play, but that's always the way it is. And what is a pre-order versus a demo and all that shit anymore these days? Wanted to talk about loot boxes and the big controversy going on with that, and what your guys' thoughts are on that. Maybe some new processor news, some video card news, GPU news, things like that. So why don't we just jump right in and see what do you guys want to start out talking with? I was thinking I was going to talk about loot boxes first.
D.
Hey, good morning, Dragon. Nice to see you. Welcome to the podcast. So, the ESRB, it's the Entertainment Software Ratings Board.
I checked up WoW before a
and
version. It came back. I can again play for free.
Oh, good.
I love this simple music.
I'm glad you do. And the ESA, which is the Entertainment Software Association, and then you've got PEGI, you've got Pan-European, Pan-European Gaming Information or something? I can't remember. But PEGI, the other ratings board in Europe. Have, NBA 2K20. If you guys didn't see that trailer coming out for that game, that was pretty saucy, pretty spicy. Featured a lot of things like slot machines and gaming mechanics like that, roulette, Wheel of Fortune, pachinko. For fuck's sake, it was a full-blown casino. And both PEGI and the ESRB dared give it an A for everyone rating, or a PEGI 3, which is suitable for toddlers. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because, as you guys know, I play Asphalt. That's a free-to-play mobile game with heavy-handed microtransactions. And this really bugs me that a game with such glaring gambling-esque options and kind of things is being pushed on to children. You know, when I first started playing Asphalt, I didn't think I'd get into it, you know, $1,400 deep, but I did. And if you look at that game, you think, who in their right mind would spend $1,400? Hey, Layla Bud, nice to see you. Good morning. First of all, let me backtrack and say sorry. I meant to start on Monday. Monday, I couldn't do that because my solar panels were going in. They had to shut the power off, and there was a lot of noise and stuff, so I couldn't do it on Monday. Wednesday, I went for a retry, and Restream was having problems. If you saw my stream on Tuesday night, you saw there was a whole bunch of problems, and Restream wasn't having it on Wednesday. So finally, here we are on Friday, and we're going live, and things are going. So, but anyway, talking about loot boxes. So, you know, there's a big kind of debate going on about that now. But the UK had a very, very pleasant report about our findings about loot boxes. I thought was great. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not. But you know, I think it's time. I think it's time that the governments get involved. I think they need to intervene. I mean, I'm not going to say I've had gambling problems in the past. I certainly do enjoy gambling, and I certainly do enjoy the mechanics of gambling. But I'm also an adult. That's a little bit of a different story. But you know, when you have a child sitting there, they don't know the difference when they're trying to get their favorite player or their favorite car or whatever the case may be. And, you know, and if you have a parent who's hooked up your child onto the iPad or whatever, they're under your account, and there goes your money. You've got all these people all over the world saying they've spent, I mean, shit, I was reading a story the other day about a guy who spent $62,000 in RuneScape.
As a child,
you've got people who have spent thousands of their parents' dollars on FIFA Ultimate Packs. It's just got to stop. It's just, you know, EA's let's see, was it EA or is it Activision's total take somewhat was for just microtransactions alone was in the billions. In the billions, free money. They're not making product for this. This is a, you know, extra life or an extra potion or an extra card pack or two. Content that's already made, content that's already just there, that they're serving up for, Jesus, just unbelievable amounts of money. And I've been a victim of it. Ariel Ace says, you know, he feels attacked as a child. And I do think it's attacking. I think it's up in your face. You know, there's I don't know who all else plays Candy Crush. I play Candy Crush just like every other human being on the planet. You know, and I'm sitting there and man, it's every 5 seconds they want you to buy something. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I spent 99 cents the other day. I got my little gold tickets, and I got my little bonus purchase, and I made my 99-cent purchase.
I get Terzo Milenio, but for Pro him need 30.000 tokens.
Ooh, 30,000 tokens. That's pretty crazy. And, you know, then today I get my gold tickets again, and instead of it being 99 cents, they're trying to sell me a $19 bonus package. $19.
OMG, my grandparents play Candy Crush and they are level 5500.
Level 5500. And they didn't get there without spending money. You know that, Quibble. You know they didn't get there without spending some cash. And if we all sit back and think about it, and a lot of you guys are probably younger, maybe some of you don't have access to cash or to credit cards to be able to pay. my word of warning is just be careful. Don't get stuck paying $1,400 like I did for a game like Asphalt that is a decade old. Looks like it's a decade old. Looks like Sega Outrun. Plays like Sega Outrun. And, you know,
no, they did.
Think about it.
They tell me ways to get around it. They are aware.
Well, at least they are aware. But see, they're older. They can make their own decisions.
I sent you in one of your messages?
There's nothing wrong with that when you're of the age. You know, if you can make your own determinations on what you're going to spend, that's your thing. But for kids, I don't think it's fucking appropriate. Something like NBA 2K20, that's nothing like just a pure fucking casino with basketball on the side. Let's just keep that in mind. It's pretty much a casino with basketball on the side. Is appropriate to be labeled for PEGI 3 or for ESRB for everyone.
Just pay one time.
€120, but good morning, Chris. Ago. Nice to see you.
Hello, Spike. And hey, did you see my Discord?
I have not seen your Discord yet, Jacob. This whole week's been a flurry.
Sub. I told you that the Limbo Terzo Millenio, the freaking pass for the vehicle costs around 15,000 tokens.
Oh, 15,000? Wait, Millennial, the free pass for the vehicle costs around 15,000 tokens. All right, I got to do something about chat because the problem is I can't go into a thought and then start reading chat.
Anyways,
so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Things about the PupCup that need to be changed, but not that I don't want to hear you guys chat. But part of the thing is it's a little distracting. Is if I have the text to speech on, it not only goes over my voice, but then it cuts into what I'm talking about, and then I get off the rails, and I don't want to get off the rails. But don't worry, it's not your fault, my fault. So, anywho, yeah, I you know, and it's laughable. The ESRB's response, the ESA's response, PEGI's response is like, well, it features gambling like mechanics, but it's not really gambling because there's no real money. So there's a slot machine, but that's not a slot machine because you're not using real money. It's like,
then should I pop in there on your voice chat or not?
Oh, you can obscure, but just wait a little bit when I get to the time for everyone to chit chat.
You don't need text to speech.
That is true. I don't need text to speech. Let me do that. Hold on a second. Doobie doobie doo, doobie 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 doo. All right, so. Thank you for letting me know. So, anyway, I wanted to get your guys' take on that. I certainly think it's a crock of shit, and I think it's, I just think it's terrible. And obviously, there's something going on in the lobby, and someone's getting paid off here because PEGI and ESRB are saying the same thing, and no one in their right fucking mind would see a slot machine and say, oh, that's not gambling because there's not real money in there. It even says in their rules anything that constitutes fake gambling is gambling and needs to be rated teen or higher for ESRB or adult for PEGI, and it's not. And EA is going to get away with this and make billions of dollars, no doubt. Just like how Rockstar makes billions of dollars, yes, billions with a B, in microtransactions on Grand Theft Auto, you know, which is why do you only see one or two titles out of Rockstar every few fucking years? You know, I mean, I'm not saying that they're lazy, they don't need to, and they can pour a lot of money into great development like they did for Red Dead Redemption and obviously Grand Theft Auto 6 coming. That's fine. But it's how they're getting their money. You know, Grand Theft Auto made no bones about it. They opened up the Diamond Casino. For all you guys who play Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, GTA is the worst about fake gambling. You're right, Quibble. I mean, it is... it's atrocious. They just straight said, fuck it. We'll open up a casino. Because their rating was already mature. The rating for that game is already high enough, so I think they figured, what have we got to lose? So they opened up a fucking casino in the game that you can bet with real money. And do you get real money back? No. So you're wagering for prizes. I don't see the difference. The prizes don't have official monetary value. They do have monetary, or they do have in-game value. But what's the difference? You can put down your credit card, spend $100 in a night gambling in their fake casino, and earn nothing. Not even know what you're getting, which is what gambling is. So I don't know. Kind of a sick and disgusting move on GTA's part, because it's all about the money. It wasn't about player experience. I will say that, you know, with player experience in GTA, I do find it appropriate to have a casino. It's a mature environment. You're supposed to be an adult playing it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Using in-game credits, all that other stuff. And yeah, you buy it with your in-game cash, but we all know you buy a shark card to get more in-game cash, and then you convert that into casino chips and so forth. That's anyone's choice. You're an adult, you can make that choice, but it's not fair, it's not right, in the sense that you've got people who are susceptible to gambling and to these problems. And you know, the biggest thing for me is there's people who want to play a game who maybe have addictions like gambling, and they can't go out and gamble. They can't go and do these things. They get exposed to this kind of activity, and they want to relax and play a game. What kind of game can they play anymore? Every single game has loot boxes. Every single game has in-game transactions that are mimicking some type of game of chance, whether you roll some dice or you get some cards or you whatever. It's just there. And it's so pervasive and it's so intrusive, and I don't understand. They just don't care. The developers don't care about our well-being. They don't care about, you know, whether or not we go broke buying their product. I'm sure that EA would be pleased as punch to find out, or not to find out, but that they got $300,000 from one person, and they could give a shit less if they find out that that person went broke, jumped off a bridge, and killed themselves because they went broke buying FIFA Ultimate Packs. And I'm sure that suicides have occurred over going bankrupt from things like this. I'm sure somewhere there has to be. Now, this is not documented. I'm not saying it's fact, but I'm just, in my gut, I feel that someone could have felt the immense pressure, got themselves into trouble. There's stories about people spending tens of thousands of dollars in RuneScape and other games like that. And RuneScape is even worse because there is some element of real gambling going on there, because there's a lot of sale on the real market, just like there is for other games like CSGO, where you can do CSGO skin trading. So Dragon says when he was a kid, he was addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and one day his dad came and burned them all up. That's a real shame, but we should have a confirmation or maybe a limit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't care because we're spending our money and just giving it to them. Okay, checking pics Jacob sent real quick. What am I looking at? Oh, you got your Polar. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, you got PT and VR. Oh, you were busy sending me a lot of messages. I'm sorry. Your thing got shoved down. I got a whole bunch of messages this week, so pardon me, sir. But this is a real epidemic, and good morning, Big. And I don't know how I feel about it, because I really honestly feel that this is hampering our enjoyable gaming experience. I remember being able to turn on a game, not getting a fucking single dollar sign or ad or euro indicator or anything, just playing a game. And when you wanted to get some more potions or whatever, you did what you had to do in the game to get more potions. This is not about anyone taking the shortcuts or easy ways out. I get that I will do some Asphalt 8 live stream. Don't worry, Chris. I'll do some tonight or tomorrow. We're heading into the weekend, so for sure you got it, buddy. And then Margarita wanted some Forza, so we'll do that as well. And Ariel Ace, don't worry. You'll get your PupCup. You'll get your fill of the PupCup on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah, I know, Vig. I got all the games already. It's great. I was playing Lego Batman, and I already had Batman Arkham Knight. I didn't have the others, so that was kind of cool. Let's see. I leave in my room more than 5,000 cards, 100, 200 metal box. Ooh, rare cards in that time, like good trap cards, up ritual magic. And your dad burned them all. But what do you think you learned from that, Dragon? You know, I don't think that was the right thing to do, burning all that of good value. I think he should have just resold them all. Maybe you were just getting into it a little bit too crazy, and you were wasting your time or not focusing on things you should have been doing. That's kind of, you know, maybe your fault, but it doesn't mean you should have burned all your cards. But we all heard stories about people burning their kids' PlayStations or whatever, especially after they burned through $3 or $4 grand in Fortnite. I mean, if you were a parent and you looked at your credit card statement and found, you know, $900 worth of Epic Games charges on your account, I don't know what I would do to my child. I mean, I wouldn't beat the shit out of them, but I would certainly take their game console away or destroy it. I'd be so furious. You know, imagine if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you've got, you know, family of 3 or 4 kids and you've got to survive. And, you know, you went out of your way to get your kid a skin one day and your credit card's in the account and you don't think about it because they don't make you aware that you need to think about these things. You know, the game companies aren't making you aware that you need to do these things and safeguard yourself against these transactions. And what happens? You pop open a bill expected to be $50 and it's $1,000. And now you can't feed your family. And this is happening all over the place. And the game companies, they don't care. They just don't care. And I just, like I said, I want to get back into just getting to play a game. Not having to worry about how much a game's going to cost. Do you know nowadays it's so ingrained in us that we buy a game and we always think, how much is it going to cost for season pass, DLC, blah, 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 blah. This wasn't the case 10 years ago. DLC, maybe. A little bit. I was hooked on Rock Band and Guitar Hero DLC. I used to buy so much. So much DLC. I bought almost all the DLC available for Rock Band and Guitar Hero. It was hundreds of dollars. But I enjoyed it, and I was a responsible adult, and it wasn't like I wasn't getting anything. I knew what I was paying for. I was paying for DLC. I was paying for songs. I wasn't paying to open a box to maybe get a song or end up with a fucking little microphone tag or something. You know, I knew what I was buying. Parental controls could come in handy even for an adult. Spending limits, spending controls. You know, there was a story that King Games on Candy Crush, they said, yeah, we used to have this email that'd go out if you spent more than $250 in a week. We'd send an email. But people kept telling us, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm an adult. Leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. So we stopped sending the email. I'm sure it was like 10 people that did that. And because of 10 people, yeah, let's take it away from, you know, the millions of players to safeguard them. 10 people complained. We'll get the fuck out of there. But for today, okay, so you just wasted time in the wrong time. Maybe mistakes because I spend so much time playing on duels with friends. That card stay for day, I'll definitely sell them all. Maybe be rich. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing. You know, I wish your dad had not jumped to such a conclusion. But you could understand how angry your father was. I'm sure you could understand. Yeah, the game is addictive. Pokemon Masters is interesting because their PEGI rating is higher because of the simulated gambling in the game. Yeah, there's no, like, you know, it's not like NBA 2K20. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if we'll be able a new president. I don't know about that. Let's just see if we can get that trailer. Let's see if we can get that NBA 2K20 trailer. I know it's been taken down. Oh, wait for it. Oh, wait, do we still have access to it? I don't really want to borrow someone else's review. Hold on. I think they modified the trailer already. Oh, yeah. This is bullshit. This is such bullshit. All right. So we'll use we'll use Yang Ya's video because he does a good job, but I'm gonna mute the audio from it, and we're just gonna watch this trailer. And you tell me if this looks like gambling or not. Now, all right. So notice the Peggy rating at the bottom, Peggy 3. All right. This is Peggy 3. I can't believe it. And here we go. This is NBA 2K20. Now he's going to start playing this trailer. And notice the guy in the lower left with their exaggerations of winning. Card packs. Okay, we all know card packs, loot boxes, same difference. No big deal. Nothing new there in that mechanic. But then what do we see? We've got these starter packs. Okay, so more real money, more real money. All right, come on. And oh, what's this? Oh wait, I think I saw where. Oh, what is this? Pachinko. That's a gambling mechanic in Japan that's used. Look at him, he's so excited, and look, he gets like the ultimate prize. Look at that excitement there in the lower left-hand corner. Utter bullshit. Yeah, it's not. It's surprise mechanics. So. Hold on, let's see if we can get to some more juicy action here. So we've got this pachinko machine. Oh, but it gets better. And it rolls right into... Come on. And this excited guy. A motherfucking slot machine. And look at that excitement. Look at the joy on this guy's face. Let's look at that. Look. And he's like, oh, I'm going to play a slot machine. Oh, shit. And he about has a fucking baby right there on the goddamn sofa. And you know that you're not going to win. You know that it's not going to line up for you. Come on. All right. These are tailored for these influencers so that when they go to videotape, what year is this? When they go to record this shit, so that it looks, it's just like these Jake Paul unboxing, all this stupid bullshit, or these random gift box website bullshits. They get these shoes that are worth $1,000, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Yeah, they get them. Plus another 15 or 20 grand to do it. But you're never going to get that stuff. The majority of that shit, you get some cheap charging cable, you get something, it's bullshit. But look at this. This is an NBA 2K20. What else have we got? We've got Wheel of Fortune coming up here. That's a classic casino game right there, the Wheel of Fortune. Some people are mistakenly saying that's roulette. But now, here's the thing. Now, Peggy and ESRB are both saying that this is not gambling because you're not using real money. So this has nothing to do with gambling because you're not using real money. But also, they note, yeah, it kind of looks like gambling, but you get all this for after a game, after a match. You can have the opportunity to spin the wheel. You can have the opportunity to pull the slot handle. You can have the opportunity to play the pachinko after you've won a match. You're not putting any resources in to get that. Bullshit. Yeah, I know you missed out. We talked about GTA Casino in the game already. This is all right, so we're done with Young. That's Yang Ya's channel. If you don't watch Yang Ya, you should check him out. He's got a great channel and covers a lot of great news. But again, this is Peggy, Peggy 3. This is E for everyone. I don't even understand how, as a child, you're supposed to navigate this game without spending any extra money. So you're gonna have to get your parents' credit card on there, and then what's gonna happen? You're gonna break your fucking family apart, right? You're gonna spend them into the fucking poorhouse. Unbelievable. So let's move off that topic for a minute, just to stir the pot this morning. Something to think about. Again, loot boxes and pay transactions and pay to win transactions. It's absurd. It's getting out of control. It needs to be scaled back. We need regulation. They are preying on weak people. You may not have a problem with it, but understand that other people do. And it's not their fault, because addiction and gambling addiction is a disease. It is not just something that happens. It is a disease, and it needs to be treated. And people left untreated and exposed to that kind of garbage are going to go broke. Period. All right? And that is my stance, and I'm sticking to it. So let's have a little sip of the old coffee. What about my tabs? What tabs? I just have my folders up there. What are you talking about, my folders? Why are you talking about my folders? So what's next? WoW Classic. Who's playing WoW Classic? I don't have like 40. There's like 20 or something. WoW Classic just recently started back up. That's been fun. A lot of people have come back to me asking me to play. I used to be a big WoWer back in the day. I played during beta when it was first out. Well, we're a one-parent, one-income household. Yes, gambling is a disease, and if you are in a situation you get out of control, you will. What do you think about chipping people? Easy life pay with hand with chip and open doors. Oh, what do I think about chipping people? Okay, we can switch gears to talk about that for a second. Basically, if you get tempted easily, you'd be tempted by anything. Sorry for any of y'all that get easily tempted. Yeah, I mean, it's just not someone's fault. You know, and when you're exploiting it, like they are for money, and they don't care that people are going broke. They don't care. And a lot of these things, it breaks my heart. You got kids that are disabled that don't know any better playing these puzzle games or whatever, you know, the little look for little things in the images, you know, and stuff like that. You know, Obscurino's roommate plays those games, those little puzzle finding games or whatever. You know, when these kids are mentally retarded or they have other issues, they don't know any better. They don't know it's real money. There was one woman whose child spent $7,000 of their inheritance on a stupid puzzle game because the kid, you know, was retarded and didn't know the difference and just kept spending, and you know, and because the mom let him link his credit card or his account to there to do something once, and she thought it was just a one-time thing, and then she goes and finds he's tapped out his entire bank account. That is just fucking sad. Not on him. It's these game companies should be ashamed. When she went to the game company and explained, they were like, well, there's nothing we can do. Nothing they could do. I got news for you. You could have given the fucking money back. There's a thought. Right? You could have given the money back. You could have given some money. You could have said sorry. They didn't even do that. They just said there's nothing they could do. Now, talking about chipping. I don't know. I think in the future, I definitely think biomedic implants are going to happen. Do I think they're necessary? Not really. I don't like the idea of it being forced. You know, like at birth, that sounds kind of Orwellian and a little bit disturbing, but I definitely see it could see it happening. I think the convenience of it for people doing it now, they're like, oh, look, I can start my car. I got my RFID chip in there. I can open my door. Yeah, I can do that if I pull my wallet out or pull my key fob out. Why you got to surgically implant that in your hand? I mean, you'll never lose it, I guess, and it'll always be there. Do you lose your keys and shit that often? Maybe for the person who does that, that's a good idea. I don't want... No. There's a guy who just the other day had a hard drive installed, a Raspberry Pi, for fuck's sake, installed in his leg. What? I mean... Any thoughts on that, folks? I don't even know what to say about that. The guy's got a fucking Raspberry Pi installed in his leg, and there's this huge bump, and I'm like, what? Why? So he has data storage in his body. What happens when the circuit board corrodes, or, you know, that because they line it with this biomedical plastic sheeting and all this shit to keep it safe. But what happens if it deteriorates and breaks down? You won't know until you're awfully sick from germanium poisoning or silicon poisoning, you know. And then it's too late and you're dead because you put a Raspberry Pi in your leg. I don't know. His leg must get hot. It's, yeah, it does work. It's powered by inductive coil. So, you know, he gets next to a coil and it activates. And then I guess you can Bluetooth files in and out of it or whatever. I'm like, why not just put a fucking USB port on your leg? You're going to go that far. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Elon Musk is working on some chips that are a little bit different. Those are for synaptic controls and things like that to help people who have who are paraplegic or quadriplegic, and help rebuild their communication to the rest of their body to help them move again, see again, speak again, hear again. Those kinds of things. That's a whole different story. That's different than what we're talking about here. I do support that kind of research, obviously, for a better life. This is, that's the whole goal, to make everyone's life better. But leg thermal throttling. That's funny. Yeah, so exactly. I think that if you're disabled and there's a chip that serves a function, a synaptic function or some type of muscular function, that's one thing. If you go and get your fucking Tesla keys installed in your arm, or you get a Raspberry Pi in your leg so that you can communicate, I don't know, store files in your leg, I don't get it. I don't get it. So moving back to where we were with WoW Classic, who's all been playing WoW Classic? I'm interested to find out. How's that going? DNS server in your back? Maybe. He's helping you. Wanted to give all planet good. Yeah, Elon Musk is trying to do his best to help the planet. I don't think he's actually out to make a quick buck. He's lost so much. A lot of people say, oh, he's trying to make money. Well, of course he is. He's a fucking entrepreneur. But at the same time, he's not making that much money, and he's putting a lot of shit out there. So, we can talk about Elon Musk on another show. I got to do some research first, but we can definitely talk about that. Most people that have it and enjoy back then like it, and they other don't like me. I don't get what that means. Oh, WoW Classic. But you don't like it. Why don't you like WoW Classic? Lost my server. Yeah, let me tell you about that. I was a healer, and people be rude as fuck to me. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Don't you know I control your life? Don't you know that you're one cast away from living or dying, you stupid son of a bitch? But people don't get it. People don't get it. But that's okay. I don't need people to get it. I just need to get it. But yeah, I feel you. It's, Vic sent a little thing in Discord. It's when you're the healer and people decide to be rude to you, forgetting that you control whether they live or die. Has a little side company, the Boring Company, and I know they sell flamethrowers. And the Boring Company also handles boring, like drilling a hole, so that's where Boring Company comes from. So let's see, we're about halfway through this Mamma Jamma. I don't know if I'll be speaking about some politics about the U.S. I tend to want to stay away from politics. That tends to drive people up the wall. Unless you want to speak about something specific politically. I don't stay up on too much politics for that reason. We could talk about some tech. We could talk about some food. You really want to know how really people in the U.S. have free time for real life. We don't have free time for real life. That's a dream. People here work themselves to death. We have like the lowest vacation count across the world. We have the least amount of vacation days. We have the least amount of time off. We work the most hours out of the world, generally speaking. It is not all party times here in the United States. And, I worked for many years as an executive, and I can tell you, you get burnout very, very quickly. I burned out after a 14-year stint of being a vice president and IT director, and then going into being a director of marketing and executive sales. I burned out, and my body gave out. And now I'm in my reset period, and I should be getting back to work here soon. Reluctantly, though. I'm a little bit worried. You had it until you had Burning Crusade. Good morning, Andy. Nice to see you. We all have these leases, but it's not even being used to pay for our government's huge debt. Yeah, there you go. I mean on that, not politic, like speak about president. Oh, I don't know if I want to speak about Donald Trump. What do you want to know about Donald Trump? I mean, what don't you already know? He's a interesting guy. Interesting times in the U.S. Interesting times. Yeah, so food. What are you all munching on this morning? I've got my coffee here. Today it's a full-bodied Friday, so I've just I went for some chock full of nuts coffee, which is kind of a nice, gentle standby. It's full-bodied, but it's not bold, and I like it with hazelnut creamer, and it tastes great. But generally, I drink very bold coffee or espresso, but not today. Today is a gentle, easy-going cup of coffee. Our president looks like a French fry. The 9900 KS. Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. Let's come back to that in a sec. You're munching on pot pie and coffee creamer. You know what's funny? Henry had a pot pie last night. I kind of burned it. It was great. Check Discord. Okay. Yes, I saw you, Andy. I said hello. Sorry. I do have the text-to-speech turned off right now. Because it was getting too crazy, me trying to talk about stuff and then having the text-to-speech continually interrupt me. It was not a good thing. No, our president looks like sweet potato fries. You're running on an empty stomach, huh? Don't do that. You know, breakfast is important. It wasn't Syrian, it was Saudi. What are you talking about? Hey. Okay. So yeah, I'm not munching on anything yet. I don't generally eat breakfast this early. I'll eat around 9 or 10, but I don't know about you guys, but I can't bring myself to eat breakfast right when I roll out of bed. How am I? You don't know if you asked. I'm good. Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about that, Vic. Controversy. I'm good. It was really monumentally difficult to get the PupCup going this week. God dang it. That stupid thing. First on Monday, I had the solar panel installation, so they were cutting my power and banging all over the house, so I couldn't do it on Monday morning. Then Wednesday came around, and I was ready to go, and I couldn't connect to Restream. They were having problems. I had a stream Tuesday night that was problematic, and it rolled into Wednesday morning. So now here we are on Friday. So I'm glad we could at least finally kick it off. Do I walk in my sleep? I do not walk in my sleep. I do talk in my sleep, though. Does anyone else talk in their sleep? Who else talks in their sleep? So the 9900 KS. you know, how much more recycled silicon are they going to offer us for a premium? Honestly. Now, I mean, yes, maybe I'm biased a little bit towards AMD, but I'm really not. I'm biased towards what makes the most sense. And right now, Intel's not making too much sense. On top of the fact that you've got more security flaws coming out, more problems in the microarchitecture, more lacking issues in the ISA. Although we can talk about RISC-V as well and the up-and-comingness of RISC-V, which is going to be very huge. But Intel's not offering anything compelling. They haven't offered anything compelling in about 6-7 months. While AMD's just pumping the shit out of products just left and right. And I don't even know how anyone can keep their head on straight over there. It's got to be a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off over there at Intel, and they've got to be scared because, it's not like they can just make a new product tomorrow. It's not like they can just dump out a new processor and go, oh, okay, I know what they're doing. Let me make it bigger and better, like Foveros and Sunny Cove, etc. That's coming. That's all been in the works forever. They have to follow roadmaps that they've been, assigned to. Their roadmap got shaken up violently by AMD a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. They were already, knee deep in a 5-year plan, 5-6 year plan back then. They can't deviate from that. So we've got another year potentially of Intel shitting up the shitter until they can get things straight. Because they were blindsided by this whole thing. They weren't planning on Ryzen. They weren't planning on this comeback from AMD. And it's really eaten into their sales, and it's really giving them a run for the money. And I do foresee that Intel will be still a major player in the low wattage TDP market for laptop and mobile. But I could see them not doing well in desktop and maybe even exiting the HEDT line, the high-end desktop line, at some point. If they cannot get the core count up, if they cannot get the speeds and the core counts up, what would be the point? Their IPC, AMD is now nipping at that IPC that Intel has. They're very, very close. So it's almost 1-for-1, apples to apples, in terms of IPC. So if Zen 3 comes and has another 20 to 30% IPC gain, which we're looking at possibly 20 to 30% or more, because of major tweaks to the ISA, major tweaks to the microarchitecture. What's Intel going to do? How are they going to squeeze another 30% out? They've already done everything they can architecturally. It's all broken. They have to redo their microarchitecture for security reasons. I don't know. You got me. Yeah, they just add more cores. That's the solution. Add more cores. We can dip into Intel XE. Yes, you're right, Vig. Religion? I don't know, Dragon. Religion is kind of dying a slow death. I hate to say that, but I don't know. Some people are religious and some people aren't. I'm kind of in the middle camp. I'm not one way or the other about it. I think it's worth discussing. But yeah, I think religion is definitely something that's kind of fading away. And that may be wrong, that may be right. I don't know. I can't answer that question. Nobody can. We all don't know, right? So that's the big one. That's the big one. Do I believe in Jesus coming again? Personally, I don't. I'm just saying that. So I will throw that out there. Why get a 2070 Super when you could pay so much less for 5700 XT? That's my thing. And if you have a 3700X, get a 5700 XT. And PCIe 4. Not that really matters for graphics right now, but you could get just about the same performance and possibly more forward-thinking performance out of that 5700 XT for a lot less than a 2070 Super. Just my thought. The features the features are what? RTX? No, that's not really worth it. I do foresee RDNA 2.0, the next coming of the RDNA cards, will probably have better ray tracing than what RTX is going to offer. So not including RTX. Well, then what other features are there? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just curious what we were told. Oh, okay, Dragon. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. All right, we'll see you next time, buddy. Auto sync and stuff. All the same features are found on AMD cards. You mean like FreeSync and G-Sync? AMD has FreeSync, same difference. AMD has now, they don't have like freestyle like NVIDIA has, which I do enjoy, which is their injector mechanism for post-process filtering. But they do have fidelity effects, which will probably come out with a tool palette similar to freestyle very soon. But they do have Radeon image sharpening, which is available now, which is great. They do offer scaling. Everything is about the same. Aerial Ace, to be honest with you, you should talk to me more offline, or not offline, but you should talk to me more, off the air when you get a chance. Send me a message in Discord, and I can talk you through it. But I'm just saying, save yourself some money. Is my thinking right there, because the 2070 Super and 5700 XT really trade blows, and there's possibility that with refinement in the drivers, the 5700 XT may surpass the 2070 Super in like 5 hours. Maybe Vig. I don't know if I'm gonna get some sleep or not. I really didn't sleep this morning, so I'm already getting kind of tired. So we'll see. But if I do come back, then yeah, for sure, I'll be back on Discord. I'll let you know when I'm back on. I'll just hit you up with a message. Dual fan flagship. What are you talking about, Quibble? Oh, but yeah, Intel is really definitely having a struggle, and I don't see where they're gonna come up with anything in the next year. They really have to pull something out of their ass. And meanwhile, AMD will just continue to edge away at their market share. And in the server market space, Intel is in trouble. Why spend $30,000 on a processor that's bested by a $12,000 processor, or actually, $7,000 processor? I don't know. You get like double or triple the cores and the throughput and the PCIe lanes for like 3 times less money. So that's yeah, I mean, Epic, the new Opteron, as I like to call it. If you're looking for good Aerial Ace, if you're looking for good 5700 XTs, your best choices right now are the Sapphire Nitro Plus and the Power Color Red Devil. Those are two of the top 5700 XTs right now in terms of cooling and performance, and the pricing is just right, between $320 and $360, something like that. So you really can't go wrong with that. Is there a processor that can run a PC starting PC at 3 seconds? It's really a combination of your processor, your input-output system, your disk system, and everything else. 3 seconds? I don't know about 3 seconds. 6 to 7 seconds for sure, from start to finish. Yeah, within 5 to 7 seconds, absolutely, no problem. Because mine's ancient and it's only about 12 seconds. So, anyway. So yeah, Ariel, you want to look at those. Let me go ahead and let's take a look at some of those here. Let's take a look at. First of all, I don't even know if it's a Newegg or if it's an Amazon. Let's see. Power Color 5700 XT. They don't seem to have the Red Dev. Oh, wait, is that it? That's not the Red Devil. That's not the Red Devil. All right, so let's see. So Sapphire Nitro Plus 5700 XT. Okay, let's do this. Instead of that, let's go to Amazon and take a look real quick. Power Color 5700 XT. Let's see. Ah, here we go. The Red Devil. So that's for $439. That should come down significantly. That looks like a backed up fucking price. But this is truly one of the better 5700 XTs available right now. It's a really beautiful card and really works very, very well. Has red accents and everything, so that's nice. Plus, you got this back plate with the Red Devil. Kind of very cool. Or not the back plate, but the IO plate. Does it show the back plate? No, it doesn't. Now, let's look at the Sapphire Nitro. It's not a Pulse. The Nitro Plus. And I don't see it here. In fact, I don't see them having any 5700 XTs there. So why don't we go to Sapphire 2. Let's look at the Nitro Plus. Here we go. This is a flagship of flagships right now. This is a beautiful card, has a beautiful black backplate. A lot of this illuminates, has addressable RGB headers. You can synchronize it with your motherboard. Has some of the best cooling in its class, if not the best cooling so far. Operates really, really low temp, really quiet. And just an all-around beautiful looking card. And I believe this one features 2 display and 2 HDMI, which is nice because a lot of cards are going 3 display port and 1 HDMI, and I kind of prefer having the 2 and 2. Because a lot of people's setups are like that, you know. So I don't know. That's just my thinking. But yeah, 5700 XT is a great card to have, and the price range that it's at, it's not bad. Now, yes, for 5700 XT of this caliber, you're going to end up paying closer to what you'd pay for a 2070 Super. But if you look at it this way, 2070 Super, it's still built on Turing. It's a little bit older than RDNA. I think its potential is peaking as far as its driver potential. Maybe has another 10% to go in drivers for performance overall. But RDNA is just starting, and they're releasing 8%, 8% here, 6% there. I think they got a long ways to go in performance before it gets tapped out. And as AMD fine wine goes, you typically see a lot more gains in AMD, but not always the case. But most testing indicates that, yeah, over time, AMD generally has a better track record of improving through drivers. And we've got a big one coming up. Big update coming up this winter. So that should deliver another 10 to 15% on graphics performance for RDNA 1.0. And of course 2.0 we're hoping to see at the end of this year or beginning of next year, Q1, which will feature ray tracing in some capacity. Let's take a look at Gigabyte, as Quibble says. And you have to spend a lot of money for that or not to make it able to run that fast. You're going to have to spend some more money, Obscure, to make a computer run that fast. The XFX thick is really not that great. It's really not that super. Well, Ariel, you were going to spend already that much on a 2070 Super. What's the difference? 409. Formula 409, as it were. The 5700 XT Gaming OC. This is Gigabyte makes great cards as well. There's no doubt about that. This is an excellent looking card. They usually have very good accents in RGB, and in fact, I'm pretty sure that Strix has a 5700 XT. Yes, they do, and I definitely do believe in the power of Asus Strix. They are graphics cards that are really meant to be flagship cards. They also cost like a flagship card, generally speaking. I got lucky. I got my last RX 480 OC gaming Strix for a very good price. I paid about $225 for it. With a $20 rebate, so I got it for like $200, and that was pretty amazing. Right before the cryptocurrency boom, and it went up to like thousands, or not thousands, but up to like $1,000. I don't like the thick because it's a true triple slot and it's really huge and heavy, and you're gonna bend a port. You're gonna bend your PCIe slot. If you don't mount that thing vertically, you better have a GPU support, because it will not be bueno. It is my thinking. I'm not saying that for sure. It's just my thinking. But yeah, the 5700 XT from Strix is a nice looking card. Looks sassy. All right, it's a video card. We don't need to watch this commercial. So yeah, I mean, I feel that there's more to come from Radeon than there is from Nvidia right now, until they move to their next architecture, move down to 7 nanometer, and then we'll have to see. But you have to understand too, like, an RTX die, a Turing die, is massively larger than an RDNA die, which means the IPC is pretty damn high on RDNA, and we're only seeing the first round of cards. The next round is about to come, and it's going to be a crusher. I do foresee a 2080 Ti killer in the midst, as it were. You were looking at the TUF 5700 XT. TUF is like just below Strix. TUF is pretty good. It carries a decent warranty and everything. Let's see if we can find it. But I didn't know that TUF was making graphics. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Of course, it's buried here. So here we go. There's one for the masses. So yes, I mean, is there really a difference? I don't know. You'd have to look at the reviews in cooling and everything else. Strix typically has the best cooling. They also bin the best silicon. So the difference being that they usually will use a much better chip that you can overclock a lot higher. Strix is like the top of the line. So, like my last RX 480, I could push a huge overclock on it, no problem. You may not get as much mileage out of a TUF. So that's something to consider. Whereas the chip silicon quality might come out of a TUF at 79 or 82%, you might get a 90% chip out of a Strix, which will offer you a lot more overclocking headroom and capability in that department, as well as typically better cooling and lower operating temperatures. So, the better the silicon, the lower the temperatures, and you can undervolt it and still maintain performance. Keep your case cool, keep your video card cool. So there's a lot more options when it when it comes to between Tough and Strix, or any video card and Strix. To be honest, Strix is pretty much one of the best. Big, that's funny. So yeah. So what else? What else should we cover here? We're heading into the wrap up of the show here. I did have some other things I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to go and scrap that. Let's talk about food. What's all everyone eating for dinner tonight? I'm only halfway done with the coffee, though. God damn that thing. Never updates correctly. My God. The O11 XL releases in 5 days. That is exciting. The Leanne Lee case, the Dynamic O11, if anyone's familiar with that. It's an excellent case. Quibble's wet dream of a case. I have oral surgery later today. I forgot to mention that. I'm having a root canal at 1:30. Yeah, I know. You're having paneer tikka masala? Only video card talk? Ha! Well, you missed out on the rest of it, Andy. We had a lot of talk before you got here about other stuff. I started the show, an hour and 11 ago. Oh, yeah, I didn't start until 6:30. That's right. So this show might be a little bit shorter. I don't know. We'll see. You got to go in a little bit. All right, no worries. So you're going to have paneer tikka masala. That sounds delicious. A little bit of cheese, a little garam masala. Very nice. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I haven't decided. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to eat breakfast. I haven't gone that far ahead yet. There were some other things. There were some other things I wanted to go over, like I said, but I'll save it for the next PupCup. This weekend I'll be doing some more Asphalt and some Forza, as well as probably getting back into Gears 5, trying to finish that up. I've got a video coming out on how to solve a Gears 5 no launching problem. That'll be fun. I should get that video out today, is the hope, but depending on how I feel when I come back from oral surgery. And if not, then I'll try and get that video out on Saturday, because basically there's a bug preventing the launch of Gears 5 in certain conditions with certain sound cards and certain audio subsystems. So I have found the fix, and I'll be bringing that out. You just bought Alien Isolation and Outlast on PC. You've been playing it on console. I don't understand. I just bought Alien Isolation and Outlast on PC. I've been playing it on... Oh, you mean you've been playing it on console, now you're playing it on PC. I see. I see. So, let's see. What else is going on? This is why I had a whole list of topics to cover, so that way it wouldn't be any dead space. And you're not starting until October? All right. Very good. Yeah, October's coming up, and so that means you guys will be having our scary streams. Halloween, I still plan on doing a 24-hour stream this year, hopefully going the full 24 hours, unlike last year where my internet connection got cut halfway through. Hopefully that won't happen again this time. We're hoping. And that should be a good fun. Are we going to a war soon? How do you mean, Andy? Because of what's going on in Iran? And Saudi Arabia? We need to discuss games. Oh, me and you? Yeah, I know we need to get together and discuss games, Quibble, for sure. 24 hours. You don't foresee. What are you guys talking about? Oh, I ran. I don't know, Andy. It's making me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. It is making me a little nervous. I don't... it's bad enough being in wartime already and then having sweet potato at the helm. But then having sweet potato start and finish a conflict scares me even more. Because sweet potato fry doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And I worry about... worry. But so I do worry, Andy. I try not to think about it. I'm not a big fan of war. I'm not a big fan of conflict. I really like to have peace and stability. And I think that as humans, we really got to learn to get over some of this shit because we're all stuck here whether we like it or not. And it'd be better if we cooperated rather than did what we do. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I agree. Oh, so you don't mind dying? Okay. Well, that's your prerogative. Sweet potato's an idiot. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not worried in that sense. I just don't like conflict breaking out. I don't like instability in the world. The world is so small now and things are so tied in it, capitalistically and obviously politically that things are so intertwined that any little hiccup in the way the world operates causes major upset. And I don't like it. I would just rather have peace, harmony, and love. A little bit of plur. Everyone needs some plur. All those wishes in Disney movies for world peace make sense now. Yeah. Yes, it does. All right, sounds good, Vic. But yeah, sweet potato is an idiot, and but well, I don't want to get into it right now. We'll talk about that in another PupCup about sweet potato. But there is always the good and the bad. I reported a furry like 2 days ago. Nothing happened. He threatened to DDoS me and his friend too. All right. Sounds good, Fig. Oh, okay. We can talk about sweet potato and hot and humid for sure. Sorry I missed the last one. I can't remember what the hell was going on, but I couldn't make it. Yeah, lots of little things going on. I did help Slickman find a new desk though. I got to email the furniture company today. I forgot. That's something happening. But yeah, so let's see what's going on. What's everyone's... We already covered that. What is everyone eating today? I forgot. We only got a couple responses. What's on everyone's dinner menu tonight? Mine, like I said, I don't know yet. I do feel like, paneer tikka masala like Andy's having sounds so good. It's making me think I want some Himalayan or Indian food. I would love a chicken makhani. I love chicken makhani, and I would love some samosas. And like I said, Andy, I'm dying to try a chicken makhani samosa. I would like to do that. You're going to switch back to Chromebook? All right, Ariel Ace. Sounds good. You're starving. Chicken nuggets. Hey, Heartsand, nice to see you this morning. Chicken nuggets. That's good. That's one way to go. I guess I could go that way too. I have some chicken tenders I could cook up. First of all, who all here has chicken tenders in their fridge at all times? I'd like to know that. What are we looking at in terms of chicken tender pervasiveness? You're eating probably greens. Oh, that's good. Are you like a little rabbit? You enjoy your greenery? I could go for a nice breakfast burrito too, and in fact, I might just go do that. That does sound really good. And I've got a great taco shop down the street, literally just a few blocks from my house that I could go get a... Actually, they make this thing called the Mega Burrito? I can't remember, but Henry brought one home, and I swear to God, it was like this long, and like... It was like that thick, and like this long. It was, how you say, oh my. Or as George Takei would say, oh my. When are we getting a house tour, setup tour? Oh, I don't know. I need to get another camera for that, so we'll have to postpone that. I would give you guys a house tour. I wouldn't mind. It's kind of a nice house. Tater tots, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Nice. Hey, Necro, you still there? Or welcome back. Setup tour, it's a little crazy. Like right now, everything's kind of a mess, and I've got all these joysticks everywhere, these big ass controllers and shit, and yeah, literally one whole wall of screen, 96 inches of screen from side to side. It's amazing. You've never seen something so amazing, baby. Shout out to Quibble. Thanks for providing the PupCup animation. The PupCup animation you're seeing on the screen right now was all done by Quibble in very short amount of time, I might add. He's quite the wizard. So don't clean it. We need to see what it's like a day in the life. Oh, day in the life? Yeah, it's like wading through a garbage dump. Not really. It's not that bad. I mean, my bed's clean. You can see back there, and I do have like a couple hampers full of clothes, but it's not like they're all over the place. They're just sitting over there by my closet. And, but yeah, my house is not dirty. The house is fine. My room is more like a maelstrom of craziness. Well, thank you. Do you like my little text ticker thing that I set up? It's a little script I have. I don't know. It still needs refinement. This is PupCup number 1. There's still lots to do, lots to change, lots to figure out on the PupCup. But thank you, Quibble. Thank you. So yeah, this weekend, what will we be playing? I haven't decided yet. What I could do is well, let's take a look at what I've got. I've started playing Metro Exodus. Lots of fun. There's Gears 5 I do need to finish up. I did get Blair Witch just because it seemed interesting. Senua's Sacrifice could be really fun and exciting and interesting and something to talk about. And in terms of other things, what else is there? Steam has recently changed their what do you guys think about the new Steam layout? Oh yeah, RE2. Andy wants me to finish RE2. Okay, I guess I could get into RE2. This new Steam layout. What do you think about that? What do you think about this Steam layout? I kind of like it. I don't know. Oh, because you're using a custom skin. Oh wait, you're not in you're not in Steam Beta probably. You have to be in Steam Beta. It's kind of nice. There's a lot of filters you can set for games now, like what kind of filters, what kind of games you want, all that jazzola. You can go to you can create your own collections of games. Interesting stuff. No Man's Sky has been fun. I kind of wanted to play that on stream for a little bit, but it's kind of boring, I guess. I don't know. Yes, it's better than the one from Epic, that is for sure. So we'll figure out RE2 for sure, Andy. You've got it. I know you've been wanting me to get back into it and complete it, so hopefully we can get farther in that. It's definitely a tough game, and I'm kind of at a point where I'm a little nervous because I've my save file's at a point where I'm a little crippled and it's very difficult. So we'll see what we can do there. Where do I change it to the beta? If you do want this new interface, then you go to Steam. Up here in the left-hand corner, you go to Settings, and you'll go to right here under Account. You can see where it says Beta Participation right here. And you just hit Change, and then you can go ahead and get into the into the beta, and then once you restart, it'll load the beta, and you'll get the new menu. So there's that. There's that little tidbit for you. So yeah, and GOG Galaxy, the new Galaxy, will be coming out soon, which will allow us to add games from Steam and everything else into GOG Galaxy, which is a smart move because that's going to allow us to take all our games from whether it be Epic or whatever and slam them in there. Now with Steam, you can kind of already do that, but GOG is promising an easy, automated way to do that, similar to the way NVIDIA does for GeForce Experience, which looks like this. And yeah, so GOG will have something very similar that will, you're welcome, that'll let you just kind of quickly scan and add all your games. Anybody else playing Destiny 2? All right, Obscure, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Anyone else into playing Destiny 2? I really plan on it once they move to Steam on October 1st. I'm planning on playing some Destiny 2. Who else? You're gonna continue your WoW PTR again until it crashes again. Okay, later. Talk to you later, man. Anywho, let's go back to so yeah. Oh, God, that thing is so dumb. I swear to God and Sonny Jesus, I don't know what's going on with that. You're gonna start playing it, but I feel like it would be too late, and that everyone it's mostly likely max level. But if you start, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna start. So I'm only at level 22 or whatever the max level is, level 20. So, well, the max level for free. So I'm gonna end up, paying for it. But I've also got to figure out a way to pay for my WoW subscription so I can start that back up because everyone's begging me to play WoW Classic. But a lot of people just want me for my auctioneering capabilities. Yeah, max level is like in the hundreds, but I'm saying I was max level for free, which was the free account barrier was like 20 or something like that. Temperatures are going to be today 77. Oh boy, that would be like heaven, as they say, 77. Raising stuff with you sounds like fun. Yeah, it is fun. And it's a good streamable game. 95F, son. Well, that's just too damn hot, sir. That is just too damn hot. So, let's see. Well, let's see. We're coming up to the end of my coffee cup. Not really. I got a little bit. Hey, fuck you, Mother Nature. I got a little bit more coffee here. What else do you guys want to chat about? 90 degrees for you, huh? I'm lucky. I'm out here in San Diego, California, where it's 77 today. Well, I'm in Chula Vista, which is a suburb, and it's like right by the ocean, so it's much more temperate for me here. I'll be going up to LA. I haven't checked out the new track. Is it updated yet? I checked updates earlier, and it did not seem like I got the update. If there's an update, I'm sure not aware of it. Let me see if Asphalt's got an update. Checking. It's going well, Quibble. I have an interview set up, final interview set up soon. It's TBD. But yeah, so that's flowing along. Thanks for asking. I can't wait either. Cannot wait. But I don't want to talk about it too much on live just yet because of it's a little presumptuous for me to say so. No, I'm sorry, Andy. No, it's not only video. It's anything talk. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message. It's anything talk. You shared a vid with me. Where? Where did you share this vid? Have I been feeling okay recently? Kind of a loaded question, isn't it? Things are okay. There was a little rocky for a while, if that's what you're talking about. I had some problems for a couple months for sure. But things are pretty good right now. Thanks for asking. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I saw that video, Andy, for sure. I thought you meant I thought it was out already. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. I thought you meant that the track was out. Oh, well, thanks, Ariel. I appreciate that. And likewise. Yeah, no updates yet. So does anyone know when does that asphalt update go live? I forget when does that go live. You're welcome, buddy. I really don't want to go in for this root canal. Really not looking forward to it. But what are you gonna do? Need to cut that tooth open and hollow that bitch out. I know. I just thought I was finally done with all my dental surgery or my oral surgery, but one more can't hurt. Let's see. What else is happening? I don't know. Yeah, usually it's pretty cold. I agree. Why is she getting 36 shots in her? She has bad back? Like, is that bad? Does she have a lot of herniated discs and stuff? What's going on there? That's really unfortunate. Oh, good luck to her on that. Sorry about that. Is she getting it done today? Yeah, my back goes out once in a while. It hasn't, knock on wood, it hasn't gone out for some years now. But when it goes out, it's kind of hilarious because I can't do anything. Like, I'll get stuck in a bent over position. I have to like lay down for like 2 days straight. It's pretty terrible. Ah, geez, a rod. Oh, sounds like you guys kind of share the same problem with your mom's backs. Did you guys step on some cracks? Is that what happened? Ah, I get it. Step on some cracks. Oh, you asshole. I can see through your sarcastic haha. Oh, geez, Ariel. Now that's some good saucy bitch. That's some good coffee. All right. Well, I think we covered some good ground today. I'd like to go take a shower and get going. As you guys know, PupCup is kind of just as long as it takes for me to drink my coffee, and I just finished it. So we'll get some more topics going. I do have some guests lined up for some future shows. So that'll be, thank you very much, Ariel Ace. So that'll be coming up. Don't forget, PupCup is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Around 6 a.m. is when I start, and between 6:30ish, and goes till when I finish my cup of coffee. And then, that's what's going on with PupCup. And hopefully, if things work out, I can be doing it a little bit more. Try and do some PupCup on the weekends. I do have some, like I said, some guests planned, but I've got to get that all straightened out. And next time, I promise we'll have some more good topics to talk about. But definitely had a good time talking to you guys this morning. And thanks so much for coming by for the first episode. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys again on the next one. And this will be me signing out of PupCup. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Have a good morning.